It's Tuesday, March 19th. Former Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar was laid to rest with full state honours on Miramar Beach, next to the memorial of Dayanand Bandorkar, the state's first Chief Minister. By then, as expected, a power struggle had broken out between the BJP and its allies. The Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party and Goa Forward Party, with 3 MLAs each, were crucial to the government's survival and were driving a hard bargain. All through Monday, senior BJP leader and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari held negotiations. Both allies had indicated their support was to Manohar Parrikar and no other leader was acceptable to them. Sudhin Dhawlikar of the MGP and Vijay Sardesai of the Goa Forward Party had in fact thrown their hat in the ring for Chief Minister. At the time of publishing this report, late Monday evening, a consensus reportedly emerged on naming Goa Assembly Speaker, BJP leader Pramod Sawant as Chief Minister. Sudhin Dhawlikar and Vijay Sardesai, it was reported, would be named Deputy Chief Minister.
हम इन तीनों के लिए 7 सीटें छोड़ रहे हैं.
The Congress party's offer of leaving uncontested 7 seats in Uttar Pradesh, where key leaders of the SP-BSP-RLD alliance are contesting, has not been received very well by Mayawati. On Monday, the BSP chief tweeted to say she wants to make it clear her party has no truck with the Congress anywhere in the country, and that the Congress should not try and create an impression that there is some kind of an electoral arrangement between the two parties. The alliance of the SP, BSP and RLD, she said, is competent enough to defeat the BJP. Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav echoed the BSP chief. The SP is contesting on 37 seats in Uttar Pradesh, the BSP on 38 and the RLD on 3. The alliance will not field candidates for the 2 seats of Amethi and Rai Bareli, the Gandhi family pocket boroughs. Meanwhile, in West Bengal, the Congress and the left parties have failed to reach an understanding on seat sharing, making the electoral contest in the state a 4-cornered battle between the Trinamool Congress, the BJP, the Left Front and the Congress. The Left Front had unilaterally declared candidates for 25 seats in the state, leaving 17 for the Congress. News agency PTI quoted party sources as saying they were unhappy with the seats that were left for the party. Describing a Kerala college hostel's gender discriminatory rules as moral paternalism, something to be frowned upon, the Kerala High Court held that a girl has equal freedom similar to a boy and struck down 2 sets of restrictions imposed on female students. The court held that simply because the hostel instructions were signed by the parents of the students doesn't mean they cannot be challenged. The petitioner is an adult, the court said. Her right to question cannot be compromised based on parental consent. Even if the parent has signed, instructions cannot be violative of fundamental rights. The petitioners had contended that the restrictions were both a violation of fundamental rights and that of UGC regulations. They refer to a clause in the University Grants Commission Regulations 2015 that states, concern for the safety of women students must not be cited to impose discriminatory rules for women in hostels as compared to male students. Campus safety policies should not result in securitization such as over-monitoring or policing or curtailing the freedom of movement, especially of women employees and students. One of the 2 instructions struck down by the court held that no member of the hostel shall take active part in political meetings, processions or propaganda. The court ruled that it is the fundamental right of every citizen to have its own political views as part of freedom of expression. The other instruction stipulated that boarders can attend movies only on the day notified by the warden. It's also further stated that no boarder shall be permitted to go for the first and second show films. The court struck it down, saying it appears that moral choice of the management is attempted to be imposed upon the boarders. The moral paternalism is something to be frowned upon. There are no similar restrictions in the boys' hostel. It is for the students to decide whether they should go for first or the second show of the movies or not. Mahfooza Akhtar Kiran, a member of football's world governing body FIFA, who also heads women's football, at the Bangladesh Football Federation has been sent to jail for, quote, defaming Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Kiran reportedly told a television talk show earlier this month that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was less interested in football than cricket. Claiming that the FIFA official's remarks embarrassed the nation, a local sports administrator had filed a formal libel complaint against Kiran. The court then issued an arrest warrant against her. Sheikh Hasina, who won a third successive term in office in December last year in an election marred with allegations of widespread rigging and intimidation of the opposition, has been accused of stifling dissent. And finally, can you imagine a Chinese preschooler perfectly reading the stock market? That might just be in the near future. China is planning to start coaching its primary schoolers in the basics of stocks and investing. In a scheme to educate its citizens about the Chinese market, which is often described as a casino with quick wins and losses, the Xi Jinping government and the Chinese securities regulator are currently devising the program, Xinhua reported. The focus on financial literacy follows citizens falling into frauds and losing money, and is also aimed at helping citizens maintain savings in face of a slowing Chinese economy. That's all for today. We'll be back no matter how the markets are tomorrow. Love your morning fix? Help support our journalism. Subscribe to Scroll Plus using the link in the description.